ASL Plays of the Week.
Hello and welcome to the ASL Prime Plays of the Week. Our first play features Seed trying to force his way up a ramp against Puck.
No, this is a Stargate for Oracles. Okay. And you keep yourself safer against pressure. As a force field, that was not the force field that Puck wanted at all.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird force field.
Oh, man.
Puck moves in to kill the third base of Seed and sticks around to do some more damage.
4 Colossi is like great against any army, and like 4 or 5 carriers is where that starts to happen for carriers as well.
And here comes Puck on the south side of that third base. The army of Seed is in a kind of a weird position, though. They're trying to funnel their way through, but the Nexus will allow them to get a bit more surface area. But that third does go down, but will Puck push the issue? I think he will. Storm's even going down.
Seed's warp-ins there were amazing. He warped in Zealots, spaced out across the pylon, so the Archon splash damage wasn't happening, but is there enough anti-air to deal with the carriers? That's my question. I'm not sure.
It's target fire.
With the warp-ins, I think he's got enough. Puck's gonna clean up the entire army of Seed after killing off the third base. He's gonna take this series 2-0 versus the former GSL Code S champion.
Henderless tries a huge Overlord drop against Puck. Is there enough anti-air here in the form of Queens to overcome Puck's Void Rays?
That could make the difference that he needs.
Yep. Yeah, and I wonder if he's going to load those Queens up. I believe he will, and if he is able to go ahead and drop that creep from the Overlords, he will be able to allow the Queens to get that maneuverability that they need, and we'll see. This is really cool. You don't typically see it, and he is going for it. Henderless bringing the toys to the party. Here he goes. Going to go into the main of Puck right now, and there is nothing inside of the main here at all, and now Puck is realizing it, but is it too late?
Puck's immediate reaction is to warp in Zealots. I don't know, man. He can't really fight this. Caught too much out of position. He's going to throw it on force fields. Will segment off the front of this army.
And he's doing it a little bit.
The Queens aren't hitting the Void Rays at all, which is actually a really dangerous thing.
Yeah, he needs to save those Queens, and the Queens always need to be targeting the Void Rays, because as soon as there's everything else is done, yeah, when the Queens die, then the Void Rays will eventually clean everything up, but he's getting massive amounts of damage done right now, and the Queens, there are 3 of them.
The Queens did 400 damage to a pylon, and like 400 damage will basically kill 2 of the Void Rays, considering the damage was dealt to 1. Now this Puck's gonna hold this. He's got the economy for the warp-ins. The problem is over at his third, actually, looks like a nice roach attack from Henderless. He's gonna get the damage in that he wasn't quite able to get in the main base of Puck. Puck's now gonna be able to force these units out.
And really cool micro hit from Henderless, keeping his burrow, but there is an observer here, so they will be able to get seen. And this one Void Ray may be the savior of Puck right now, because the Queens are falling. But that Void Ray is so low. Like, who's going to win the battle?
And what's he going to do about his natural expansion? Like, Puck just didn't have what he needed ultimately to deal with this.
Arthur moves in with almost only sentries against Jon Snow. Can he hold him off with force fields long enough for Zealots to arrive?
Arthur is taking his time with this. He's got a lot of sentries. The pylon is late. And the reason the pylon is late is because Arthur does not need to rush this at all. Lings do come in from the back, but beautiful force fields to cut off the front. And the sentry that used all the energy is the one that went down.
Yeah, he's still microing those sentries back, getting as much damage done though, but he has to watch out. His Mothership Core is getting picked away by this Queen.
Oh.
And, well, Arthur's going full out with this, Kibbles.
Yeah. Now he's pretty committed, and this is a very different situation than before, but he does have a reinforcement pylon. He's also supply blocked, however, so he needs to get in here and lose some units, or, nope, 2 more pylons go down. Combat going on as both players love to just be all in aggressive. We've got Arthur pushing up the ramp right now, a lot of Stalkers, a lot of sentries, but 3 force fields hit nothing. Arthur, not quite acclimated to the Korean server lag, is having a hard time hitting these very important force fields.
Yeah, and now they have expired, and he's just gonna try to go in. Guardian Shield goes up, the flank is real, but there's really not that much on the right side, and the force fields are going down, but are they actually doing anything?
Oh, he catches many roaches. The force fields at the top, gonna wear off, but not quite in time. 5 more roaches to fall for Arthur. Arthur trying to go in for a flank. I wonder if he's exposed. That Queen is certainly dead.
Oh no, down goes this Queen, no saving her. And he's going to try to take a different approach here, but no, you are not getting up that ramp, Arthur.
Yeah, Jon Snow prepared for that maneuver, but as Arthur comes back down, he's continuing to warp in the Stalkers. It's like an Immortal Sentry all in, but without the Immortals, Arthur refuses to stop. Force fields go down. Can he trap the rest of the Lings? He's killing so many Lings right now, Tempo.
Yeah, he's getting a lot, and he's taking the supply
Roaches.
lead here. Uh-oh, Jon Snow, Roach Speed is just finished, but he's going to be falling in Roach numbers. And Arthur has so many gateway units right here, even though he is running a little bit low on the force fields.
Those were game-ending force fields, though. He picked off half of the Roaches and all of the Zerglings.
Oh, goodness.
That is
nail in the coffin.
game-ending. Arthur, man, with great force fields. It took him a little while to get used to the lag, but eventually he adjusted. He hit those force fields quite beautifully, and now he's going to close out game number 1 versus Jon Snow.
Oh my God.
Arthur traps Jon Snow in a huge force field donut.
Is it all? And here, a lot of Lings coming down as Speed does finish. And some drones as well, so he's not completely going in. And here we go. Sick force fields, the donut.
Oh my God, if there's anything we were talking about it just a second ago with the Korean server lag, Arthur still hits amazing force fields in the middle of the map, in the middle of an opening in the middle of the map.
Using that rock especially too. It was really cool, you know.
Arthur moves in for a final fight against Jon Snow with Immortals and Sentries. But are there enough force fields here to keep Jon Snow's army at bay?
Where it's, you know, a bunch of Hydras and like 4 Roaches. This is a bunch of Roaches with a beautiful position. I like it.
So many sentries. The number of force fields that he can drop is outrageous. He just needs to make sure he engages against a lot of the Roaches when the force fields go down. He doesn't get the force fields he needs. Look at Jon Snow not engaging here, even though 8 or 9 force fields did go down on the upper portion. He's going to force field off the top portion of the map. Nice cut here on these Roaches and Hydras. It's a win, a small win, but a win. The Mortals do continue to fire on the bottom portion here, though. A lot of Roaches going down. 50 supply, actually.
Ooh, this is really intense right now, and Arthur is on a ticker here. He's already been mined out in his main. His natural is almost mined out, so he's going to continue to go. Drones being pulled, but here comes Jon Snow from all sides, even with the drones. Now the bottom side is getting segmented out, but does Arthur have enough? He's going. I think he's actually going to do it if he's able to segment off these units at the top. Jon Snow's dipping rapidly in supply right now. Oh my God, I don't know. Do you think he does it here?
Oh, he does. These force fields down bottom have neutralized half
that
of
rock.
The entire
rock, Kibbles.
fight. Such a difference here. The force fields from Arthur making a world of a difference, and he manages to take this series 2-0.
Thank you for watching the ASL Plays of the Week. Be sure to tune in for the last 2 groups of Prime Round of 16 this week on Monday and Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Twitch.tv/Ascended Starcraft. Thanks for watching.